Our first affirmation is, all is well with my mind. We can have fullness of life by realizing that we live in a sea of abundant, omnipresent, eternal life, and by refusing to allow any thought to come in that stops the consciousness of the universal life flow. Charles Fillmore. Let's speak our affirmation together. All is well in my mind.
All is well in my mind. Some days I question that. We have a phrase that we say in AA that sometimes our mind is like a bad neighborhood. It's a place we don't want to go out to alone or at night. We have thoughts. That's a part of our humanity that we fear, that we feel. And the beautiful thing, one of the things that I have learned in Unity is that we are not just human. We're also divine. We're divine by birthright. We are divine because we are created in the image and the likeness and the mind of God, as are you. And with that, we're given this incredible power, this incredible tool to be able to transform our lives and the lives of those around us. I love that there's an image that came to mind just now of sticking your finger in a stream. You can watch the stream as it just flows on its own, but once you put your finger in and watch, you'll notice that the water diverts around. That simple touch is making a difference. It's changed the path. And that's what we do with our thoughts. So Unity has taught me that I'm more than my thoughts. I know that it has been a struggle for me and probably many others to affirm myself, to stand in my truth, to speak my voice. And yet, when I'm in that place that I am able to do that, there is this feeling of, yes, it's so true. It feels so good. And in Unity, what we do is we say affirmations. We change the language of our situation. We can have a perceived sense of what is happening in the world. And we can acknowledge it and make a different choice. That's new thought. We can choose something different. Our Unity co-founder, Charles Fillmore, said, I reserve the right to change my mind. That's true for every one of us. And so as we look at the world around us, though, we are taught to keep our eyes on our own paper. Not to look at what other people are doing, but to own ourselves, our words, our thoughts. Because we know that our thoughts become things. That's another one of these amazing teachings with Unity. So what is important to be able to shift from that humanity and step back into the divinity is spiritual practice. So prayer, whether it's prayers, whether it's meditation, that's what takes us out of our humanity and we rest. So there is this, your mind is full. My mind is full all the time. My mind is racing right now. And so my mind is full, but when I'm able to do those practices, I go from mind full to mindful. And in that space where we land, that's where the magic is. That's where the transformation happens. How many of you have had your life transformed based on what you've believed or what you've said? Amen. That's power. That's contagious. And it just feels good. So as life continues to go on around us, we just stand in what is true for us. We stand in our Christ power, our Christ presence. And we do these spiritual teachings and practices to help us grow that presence. It's that, we'd say it's that one spark of divinity that is alive in each and every one of us. And as we express ourselves, that catches fire. Words can be very contagious. It's the best kind of contagious you can have. It's definitely not COVID or cold contagious. So we want this. We want to generate this because our thoughts are vibrational activity. They're power. How wonderful to feel that we are powerful. We are not victims to what is happening in the world. We're not victims of our circumstances. This is an amazing movement that teaches us to rise up, to practice, and to transform. So it wouldn't be, it's good to practice what we preach here. So I'd like for you to join me in 3 affirmations as we just speak this into power. So you can just repeat after me. I declare all is well in my mind.
I declare all is well in my mind.
I use my spiritual authority to lift me from my human condition.
I use my spiritual authority to lift me from my condition.
And I co-create a new and vibrant experience right here and now.
And I co-create a new and vibrant experience right here, right now.
Feel that. That is your power. All is well in my mind.
Our second affirmation is, all is well in my heart. The key to discovering the true you is to appreciate the distinction between I feel and I am. Making this distinction can connect you to the true you, the you that exists beyond your feelings. Reverend Linda Martella Whitsett and Alicia Whitsett. Let's speak our affirmation together. All is well in my heart.
All is well in my heart. Can you feel your heart tonight? It's not a song. I'm going to invite you to feel your heart by putting your hands on your chest and take a deep breath through our hearts. Let's feel this connection. Let's feel the love and radiate love and peace through our hearts to all the world. We send peace and love. Now you can put your hands down. Thank you. I want to share with you from the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. According to the Revealing Word, the metaphysical interpretation of the heart is love. And also it says that the heart is the visible expression of an invisible center of consciousness. It is the center from which the divine substance is poured forth. But what it means to love with all your heart? Love with all your heart is love with an open heart, centered in this love. It is feeling the presence of God. It is feeling safe, knowing that we can trust this loving energy. In this sacred place, we can feel safe to feel our feelings and emotions, just to let them be, and we can sit with them. All is well with my heart, but not always was. I found unity in a time of depression and sadness. I was feeling, like panic attacks and anxiety. So my heart wasn't happy, and I didn't know that I could trust to be in my heart. So in unity, I learned this. I learned to center in my heart. I learned that it's safe to sit and listen to my feelings, because my feelings have messages for me. There is nothing wrong about to have them. I don't have to run away. They can talk to me about my dreams, my needs, my longings, even my fears. And there is nothing really that I need to do. I just need to listen, pay attention, and let them pass. When we connect with our own heart, we can connect with the hearts of others. Tuning into our heart's wisdom creates a profound shift within that helps us approach situations with more emotional balance, compassion, clarity, and personal confidence. And it is in my heart that I can live from pure love and unity. I can give myself love and compassion. I can heal and even extend this healing to my brothers and sisters. I can radiate love and compassion to others. In our minds, we can rationalize all kinds of things. We make one for ourselves and others, but the crucial choices we make come straight from our heart. Our heart always says what's on our mind, and it always tells the truth. In her great essay, Set It Free, Dr. Martha Beck passionately describes what it means to live by your heart, to trust its wisdom and love. And she says, as you learn to live by heart, every choice you make will become another way of telling your story, calling your tribe, and liberating not only your heart, but the hearts of others. This is the very definition of love, the process that makes all two human people and societies capable of true humanity. It will chart you a life's journey as unique and authentic as your fingerprint, send you out full of hope and breathtaking exhilaration onto paths you never thought you could travel. It is the way you were meant to exist. If you stop to listen, you realize that your heart has been telling you so all along. These amazing words are the blueprint for the life you're looking to live. Because as soon as you pay attention to any feeling you have, drop out of your brain and right into your heart. Your heart begins to open, and you can start to live freely. From the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verses 1 and 2, He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. It is in my heart that I can feel God. No matter what life brings, if I live it with love, it is worth it. Therefore, I know that all is well in my heart.
All is well in my life. If we can stay awake when our lives are changing, secrets will be revealed to us. Secrets about ourselves, about the nature of life, and about the eternal source of happiness and peace that is always available, always renewable, already within us. Elizabeth Lesser. Let us speak our affirmation together. All is well in my life.
All is well with my life. What has unity taught me so that I know all is well with my life? My life has not always been as good as it is now. Throughout my adult life, I have struggled with my mental health. This has presented me with many challenges. It has affected the way that I went through college and my master's program. In fact, it was downright disruptive. In college, I needed to take a semester off, and I began my master's program in 1996 and did not graduate until May 2010 because I needed to take an extended medical leave. While all these things are true, the important thing for me to remember is that in spite of these challenges, I persevered and I graduated. More recently, my mental health again interfered with my life. I lost 2 jobs, I ended up in a bankruptcy, and I ended up on disability. My life was shattered. I struggled to regain control of my life. I went through a years-long dark night of the soul. And yet, in the midst of this, I felt the pull of the divine nudging me ever closer to an understanding of my own inherent divinity. I was blessed. I was blessed by parents who supported me through this time. I was blessed by meeting my future wife and mother-in-law and their fierce commitment to see me through these struggles. I was blessed by treatment providers who never gave up on me. I was blessed by the divine spark within that never let me go. No matter what I was going on with my mental health, I knew from a deep place within that something more was out there for me. I knew I had a unique purpose to fulfill. What I did not know was how I was going to come out of this dark night of the soul to live this purpose. Then I was introduced to new thought. My evolution of understanding of the principles of unity has been a process of true transformation. As I embrace the truth that there is nothing wrong with me, that I am perfect, whole, and complete, just as I am, I began to be healed from the inside out. And it is this reality that is for you too. You are perfect, whole, and complete, just as you are. You are a beautiful expression of the divine. Unity teaches that our thoughts create our experiences. My experience has taught me this is true. What I know for sure is that while we often cannot change our circumstances, we can change how we think and relate to them. Our circumstances are not our reality. They are not our truth. We are the very expression of the divine. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. When life becomes challenging, we need to remember the truth of who we are. We are the expression of the divine. Each one of us has a divine spark within, waiting to embrace this truth. As we do, we come to understand our unique purpose and are empowered to work towards fulfilling our purpose. Once we become conscious of this, nothing can stop us from the abundance of the universe, which stands ready to bless each one of us. To the extent we are able to remember this, then we are transformed by our thinking. My life today is filled with joy and happiness. I experience the blessings of being alive each day. Unity has taught me how to truly live. I have been transformed. By remembering who we are, we can each face the challenges of life and thrive. I leave you with Paul's words found in Philippians chapter 4, verses 4 to 9. I am reading from the Message. Celebrate God all day, every day. I mean, revel in Him. Make it as clear as you can to all you meet that you're on their side, working with them, not against them. Help them see the Master is about to arrive. He could show up at any minute. Don't fret or worry. Instead of worrying, pray. Let petitions and praises shape your worries into prayers, letting God know your concerns. Before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for good, will come and settle you down. It's wonderful what happens when Christ displaces worry at the center of your life. Summing it up, friends, I'd say you'll do best by filling your minds by meditating on things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, and gracious. The best, not the worst. The beautiful, not the ugly. Things to praise, not things to curse. Put into practice what you have learned from me, what you've heard and saw and realized. Do that, and God, who makes everything work together, will work you into his most excellent harmonies. Namaste.
Amen.